Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Diablo 3. Today is the day we're going to be attempting the Avaritia conquest, but before we do that, I wanted to talk a little bit about our follower. Now, I've de-equipped her because we've been neglecting her quite a lot. At the moment, she's using the Hand of the Prophet, which is great, but it does nothing for actually keeping her alive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some Enchantress focuses. Here we go. Now I've got 132 Death's Breaths, so we could potentially upgrade 5 of them. I'm going to get them made, and I'm going to put them into the stash over here. And you'll notice that I've already put the rest of her current equipment down in here. What we're going to do is we're going to make ourselves a brand new level 1 character with intelligence. And we're going to reroll all the dexterity into intelligence on those just to improve the stats of them. The objective is going to be to get her so that she doesn't die every time we're running a GR65, and that she's actually got a bit more of some oomph behind the damage that she's doing for us. Now I could just do the upgrades straight here, but I think that's we may as well do it all in one go. We're also going to actually spend some time upgrading her gems. So very quickly, switch here. Let's create a new. Yeah, why not? Let's do it as wizard. It needs to be hardcore seasonal. Temporary man. The temporary man is only going to be used for, right, we don't want this to be, we want it adventure mode. It's only going to be used for actually re-rolling these items and getting them with the correct main stat on them. Now, there is always a small chance that you'll find items with the wrong main stat for your main character, but the right one for a different character. But that is quite slim. I mean, 1,346 dexterity, that could all be intelligence. So we're gonna give her some love, you know, show her a little bit of appreciation for standing by us for such a long period of time. Okay, if we're gonna re-roll this dexterity, it could go up to 1,465 intelligence, which is gonna be a huge increase. 1,302. We can definitely get that better. 1,453. That'll do. That'll do. And this is going to be a massive step up in damage for her. 496 dexterity can potentially become all that as intelligence. We'll just take plain damage at the moment. 449 intelligence. That's probably close enough for now. Over here, 483 dexterity. We'll take the critical hit damage as a step up. 474 intelligence. That's reasonable. Finally, the S of Johann. Lightning skills, critical hit damage by 88%. That's actually quite a big increase. But really, I want that intelligence. Come on, give me the intelligence. .687 intelligence out of a maximum of 750. It's not perfect. So these 3 potentially could be improved. We could get another 25 out of that. We could get almost 75 out of that. And we could get another 50 out of that. So in order, let's carry on with the S of Johann. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep spending until we've got that. That's really good. Okay, so that can only get another 50, and that's enough. I can move it across. This can potentially go up to 500. And we are out of Forgotten Souls. And that was the main reason for separating them out like that. Trying to get the biggest benefit with the smallest investment. Now, as far as upgrading items go, we need 25 Death's Breaths and plenty of... Well, we've got loads of parts, so that's not going to be a problem. Gain access to all skills, we've already got that one. Choose the 2 that we don't want. This is why we've got so many of these. Your follower cannot die. Great. Let's see if we can... we're going to re-roll that Vitality off it. But let's see if we can get one with a slightly better range of stats. Seeing as we have the Death's Breaths, we may as well spend them just for the moment. Or do we save them for ourselves? We save them for ourselves. Her not dying is primary, and we've managed that. So this can go, both of those can get salvaged, and they can turn into re-rolls actually. So that could come across here. So follower cannot die, and these two are going to potentially get re-rolled. So salvage. Goodbye. Goodbye. It's such a shame because, I mean, it doesn't have the best range of stats on it, but in the grand scheme of things, she's not as important as we are for spending our resources. One more try. No, okay. Well, it was worth giving it a go. And this is going to be quite significant, mostly for her uptime, but also for the level of damage that she's going to be putting out. So she's not going to die every couple of minutes, and she's going to be doing more damage. I think this is definitely a win. And I care so little about these. They can just stay exactly where they are. And at some point in the future, we may want to create new ones. So let's switch back to our main person, get those equipped. Shining Star. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So first things first. Yeah, cannot die. Still got the ones selected that we had previously, which is great. Warmonger, the Oculus Ring. In fact, we'll keep that out because we need to sort out the gem in it. And for the gems, of course, we're going to Shen. So remove this. And where are the topazes? Down here. We've got quite a lot of money, so I'm not worried about us spending all of that to get the best that we can. Cool, and we're going to manage one flawless royal and one regular. And this does do a significant amount of damage increase. So damage 509 all the way up to 546. It's not the most that she could do, but primarily we want her for crowd control. She's doing charm, she's doing missile ward, which is it's actually quite huge. 6% is massive, and 3% extra damage, and then turning everyone into chickens. Who doesn't love everyone being chickens? So we've finally pulled our finger out and done something to improve the state of our Enchantress. Okay, so we are going to run a Torment 13. We're going to get ourselves some creative keystones. Then we're going to finish off that Boon of the Hoarder. And then we're going to go and run around and try and get some gold. So we'll get our freshly upgraded Enchantress in. I mean, she's still not doing a huge amount of damage, but every little does help. And especially given we're going to want as much damage as possible and survivability when we're doing our speed runs in the future, it's important for us to address that at some point. Rather than just be like, oh, we'll get around to it, and then never actually getting around to it. Mostly I'm just glad that she's not going to die when we're running 65s and 66s. Because you do notice it when she goes. Everything gets a lot more difficult to handle. Alright, that's one gone. Let's pop our Serenity. We'll stand out the way for the next one who's exploding. I do want to give her a better Oculus ring. If we really wanted to improve them, what we'd do is we would spend 50 death breaths, and we would re-roll the entire... Sorry, not 50 death breaths. 50 Forgotten Souls, and we'd re-roll the entire item so that it started... Let's pop Serenity for all those Frozens. So it started with Intelligence as a main stat. That's how we would properly optimize that. But it's such a commitment of resources. Right, one more gone. And this guy's, yeah, just going to pop right off. Nice try, guys. Stunning ain't going to work on me right now. Not when I dodge, anyway. So in order to optimize what we're doing, the next run we're going to do is going to be a 60. And that's going to get the Boon of the Hoarder up to rank 50, which is the maximum. And the rest of the points we will put into probably Bane of the Powerful. Seeing as that's already 23, that'll carry it on quite nicely on its way. And that way we'll get a decent amount of experience as well for running a 60. And it shouldn't be too difficult for us to actually run the 60 and get it all finished off. I see your fire chains, and I raise you some death. Let's dodge out of that for a second. Just let our allies finish it all off. I'm so glad that the Mystic Allies can't die. I mean, the closest they come to dying is when we tell them to explode at stuff. Come on, right in your face. There we go. And what have we got? We've got an interesting thing. Yes, we do. Mortars. Mortars and Desecrators. And dudes who really want to stun us. That's okay, we can handle them all. When it does come time to switch across to the Boon of the Hoarder, what I'll probably do is I'll probably take off the Gogok of Swiftness. That's giving us the least benefit overall, I'd say. The increase in cooldowns is nice, of course, but given we'll probably be running at T12, or at least, you know, actually monstering through most mobs, I don't think there'll be much of a problem. We should de-equip our pet, though, to stop it picking up gold for us. That's something that we're definitely going to want to pay attention to. Are you guys just going to stand over there, or are you going to come into the fight? What are you doing? Come around. Pathfinding can be a bit pants sometimes. And I think that's another reasons why I have a problem with areas like the caverns, because there's so many places for them to get snagged, like a banky jumper. Let's pop Serenity so I can ignore all that. Grab these, and now I'm kind of done with this rift. This rift is not the most interesting. And we spent a little bit of time at the start, obviously, doing the re-gearing and talking through our options for that, but this is not a fast rift. Now the other option that we could do is we could get our Enchantress to actually get out something like Maximus and start summoning, so that we've got even more pets out. But with the setup's always based around our Mystic Allies rather than specifically our pets, so there wouldn't actually be a huge amount of benefit for us in doing that. Yeah, bit of frozen. And nightmarish. Right, he's dead anyway. So let's grab these and push on. She's already got those. Power pylon, nice. Already got the fallen lunatics flinging around in the background. Right, power pylon and activating the allies. Quite a powerful combination. That nightmarish is annoying though. And so many walls, our guys can barely get in. Are you done? Are you... Right, he's done. And he's done. Yeah, just stop knocking me around, everyone. We know how little I like that. Yeah, overall, I'd say the character's doing well. We're making reasonable progress. We're not being, like, super slow. And each time we have a specific plan. And we're keeping to that, I'd say. I'd say we're keeping to that quite well. Oh, hello. I will certainly take that. Yeah, let's dodge through this. Death Maiden, your jump up and swing thing is getting annoying. Tiny bit of overkill, maybe. Worth it? Almost certainly. Cool, a nice cluster. Right, let's get straight on in with the higher damage. Pop, pop, and it's just down to you, Grimrock Wraith. And of course, every single time we do one of these regular rifts, we are getting more desperate towards our grand master plan of getting a no on the Nightmarish. Yeah, no towards, like, big balls of death as well. I mean, we'll just take a hard pass to all that. Jeez, that Nightmarish is so annoying. If we keep getting hit by it, eventually we'll build up an immunity. Let me just kill this guy so I can get his bits and bobs, and then we'll come out and face you. Oh, hello, Ascandiel. I thought we were done with all the, like, arcane things in this rift. I guess you are the last one. I thought our guys were going to do a little bit more damage than that. Right, 2 greater with keystones, that's great. Fist weapon, spirit stone, forgotten souls, and gloves, and all the stuff you would normally expect. Okay, which fist weapon did we get? I mean, it is one of the ones that we wanted, but we've already got that one. So let's hand this in with Auric. And while we're waiting for that timer to go, we'll just ID everything and tidy up our inventory a little bit. Another Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac. Well, that's actually really good. I want to have a spare. And this is actually a really good one. If only the critical hit chance was 6 and the resource cost was whatever I don't care about, that would be like a perfect one. Juliana's Fury Ancient. Nice. Okay. We'll replace... That's actually a pretty damn good one as well. Let's replace that one. Krelm's Belt, we don't care. I will hold on to this, as I said. Keep that as a spare. Yeah, we've got one of those. Good to have a spare, just in case we need to re-roll it at some point. I'll probably never actually get round to using that and trying it out, but I do like the idea of having spares for the future. Right, okay, so we are going to run in and do a 60 and get this gem finished off. Let's empower it just to make sure we're making best use of the time. And everything is already hectic in a good way. Frozen Orbiter Fast Waller. Well, there's the Frozens coming in. Pop. Okay. On to the next decent pack. That SF Johan, while being occasionally really useful, sometimes it just pulls things in the wrong direction. Channeling Parliament. Awesome. We know what that means. That means all of the activation of the allies. And we're going to get quite a decent amount of experience from all this. With that Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac, it really makes the Channeling Parlance shine. Because we get the full benefit of it having a lower cooldown and then taking time off that. It's really so noticeable when you see it activate and just take off like half of the already incredibly small cooldown. Okay, that's great progress through that pack. Bang, 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 and they are gone. Let's keep this pace up. This pace is awesome. Speed pylon as well, yeah. Let's pop our Serenity because that is kind of nasty as far as explosions go. You just see them all happening and go, no. It's time for a good idea, bad idea. Good idea, killing mobs. Bad idea, standing in their gutty, gory explosions as they finally hit their death throes. And we make very decent progress through GR60s. So very happy about running at this level. Jeez, this guy's already half dead. Well, there he goes, and his friends as well. And what have we got down here? We may as well move on to the next area. Ooh, a bridge of undead. It looks like there's some spider dudes over the far side. Let's let those explosions happen and then we'll go back and collect the orbs. No point in standing in the middle and giving ourselves difficulty. I was just thinking I'd love to get him killed before he actually gets off the next arcane orb. Sorry, arcane beam. Arcane orbs would be terrible. Can you imagine that? Just like floating through the air, electrocuting everything. But it would actually be kind of cool in a different way if like every skill you had available, bad guys also had available as an option. You know, something you could encounter. Right, let's not be in the middle of that. I popped my Serenity because I couldn't see when the explosion started. But that would have been hella dangerous, sticking around in the middle of. Conduit. Okay. Rift Guardian. Just hammer you down. You're going to give us that very last gem upgrade that we need. Cool. Let's grab all of these. Oh, another consumable. Another Ramalama Ding Dong. Do you remember what I said before about our spare one of these? That's actually going to be worth us using and switching over to now. So that's great. So we can't upgrade Boon of the Hoarder anymore. It's already at 100%. So we will carry on with Bane of the Powerful. Bane of the Powerful doesn't have an upper limit to the rank that it can hit, which is why it's a great choice for Kaldasang's Despair. Okay, so we'll hand this in, we will ID our stuff, assign our levels, and then we will re-gear. Okay, so we've already got Gold Find up to maximum. That's a Shenlong's Fist of Legend. We've already got an Ancient one, so we'll swap over that one for a second Ancient one. That can get salvaged. The Ramalama Ding Dong, that can stay here. Squirt's Necklace would give us extra gold. That might be worth us wearing just for a moment. If I roll a socket into it and get rid of the life per hit, that could actually work really well for us. We'll leave Ouroboros. That's not going to give us any benefit. We've got a Dovu Energy Trap elsewhere. Blackthorns, no. Blackthorns is just an embarrassment. Okay, so we want a socket in this Squirt. So this is actually really handy that we found this. Of course, we might not get a socket. We've got 5 more attempts if we upgrade some of our emeralds. And after that, we're out of Forgotten Souls. The reason I'm doing this is because I still want to be able to use the gem. I don't think we're going to be lucky, though. No, that is unfortunate. Okay, so we're not going to use that. How are we doing as far as gold find goes? We've got quite a significant amount. Adding Squirt's necklace in 6807. Geez, that's like a 40% increase. You know what? It'll probably be worth us trying. It'll probably be worth us trying. Esoteric does keep us alive, but it's not really going to be doing that much. So if we take out this and put in Boon of the Hoarder. Right, let's do our salvaging very carefully so we don't accidentally salvage something we're not meant to. And I think we're ready to go to the ruins of Corvus. Let me just send our skull away. Now, the way we're going to do the ruins of Corvus is we're going to run through to spawn all the mobs, and then we're going to run back through, killing them all. And in fact, it's probably going to be worth us taking Mystic Ally off for the moment. Just to make sure we don't accidentally get everything killed. In fact, no. We'll just run through. We'll be quick about it. There's no point in us messing around with what's potentially going to be a good thing anyway. We'll just be quick about how we run through. Okay, so the Ruins of Corvus is over in Act 5. And this is actually going to lead us through to Adria. So we want to be quick. We don't want to really engage with stuff. Things will die, of course. But them dying is not really a problem for us. Ow. I think we're going down, not this way. We're going up this way? Maybe. No, this is not the way we need to go. Okay, we'll try around this side instead. Okay, this is looking a bit more promising. And what we're doing is we're getting a huge amount of those scarabs spawned that run over the edges. Because those are what we're going to get the gold rush from. Protection Shrine is great. When we come back through, we're going to have a large opportunity to kill everything, of course. No, we want to go round this way. Trying not to kill things too much. And if this doesn't work, we can always drop the difficulty down and try at a lower level as well. But I'm very happy with how this run is going at the moment. Okay, let's start going back. Ah, that is annoying. That nightmarish in addition to those arcane beams is so painful. You know what, maybe we should just ignore them. I feel like I should get my pet out, but while there's all this combat going on... Yeah, definitely going to have to get the pet out. So let's kill what we can here. And then we will do this again without the elite mobs getting in the way. It's just such a close environment to be trying to fight and then being made to run away from everything. Okay. So, out comes... Where is my little skull? Here we go. Out comes the skull. And what we're looking to do is keep the kills going so that there's always something for it to be picking up. Damn it. Alright, maybe we'll have to do it a different way. Maybe we'll have to kill everything and then run back through picking the gold up. I think that might end up being a bit more sensible. Because we don't quite have the killing speed to go through and do this. Okay, so away goes the pet again. Sorry, mate. Sorry. We will find a way of making this work for us. Now we do have a little bit of a gold pickup radius, so we're just going to be trying to minimize the amount we end up picking up. Some of that will be dashing strike out of large groups, and some of it will just be not being near the groups when they die. But look at that. That's a huge amount for us to have in place, ready to pick up in the future. And I think that's what's really going to work for us. I'm already feeling much, much better about this. Now, there'll still be some mobs for us to kill on the way back, but I think that'll be fine for us to try and dodge around. The allies are doing a good job of killing everything. And I'm also holding shift as I'm doing this to make sure I don't accidentally walk anywhere. Because even just casually, you can pick up a lot of things. Yes! Get all of this gold packed in. I don't think this is going to be a problem at all now that I've got the technique figured out. And a lot of it is, you know, about figuring out how best to do this stuff, because it's not difficult in itself. It's just making sure that you do it right. And also, I'm trying to stagger them so that there's nice clusters. What I'm really hoping is that the gold itself doesn't end up vanishing. We'll leave the ones down the bottom over there. They're not going to actually be helping us. Come on, let's get these guys a little bit closer together. There's probably already enough in there for the gold. Frenzied Shrine just makes us go absolutely nuts. Okay, we'll assume that that's all okay. Move on to the next nice pack. So much gold. Ah, and another elite thing. Well, this would probably be a good point for us to start heading back, I reckon. Or maybe I should do it all just to see how large a streak we can end up with. Because it is going to be a very large streak. But I'm also conscious that this episode has been going on for a while now. All in preparation for this giant gold rush. Okay, we are back at the start. Let's finish off these last mobs, and then we will start our return journey. Right, and for the return journey, we're going to get our little skull out. Okay, here we go. This is going to be quite a lot of gold. Also, being careful not to get snagged on mobs so that we don't end up running out of speed, because we do need to keep the pace up for the collection. Oh my word, we are so close. I'm glad that I spaced things apart as I did, because we're going to make it. There we go, Avaritia. Can't stop now, though. Can't stop now. And that was it. That was it. That was just enough in here. Well, that felt very cool. I'm so glad that we've managed to get that done. Okay, let's head back to town before we get ourselves in any kind of trouble. We'll put that back on. We also need to take the Boon of the Hoarder out. And put the Gogok back in. So that completes off part 5 out of 8 of our Conqueror season journey. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I know we've gone on for quite a bit of time, but we did succeed in the Avaritia conquest, which is possibly the most important thing. If you are enjoying these videos, be sure to give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you should do so, and you'll be told when the episodes go live in the future. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Diablo 3. See you soon.